Welcome everyone to episode 72 of the Video Game Book Club. I'm Tabumora, and today I am joined by Soul Charizard, Nakuso, and Oot. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
This time around, we are going to be talking about Signalis. This game was nominated by Oot with the help of the game override wheel, of course, and it was selected on the Wheel of Mystery with a 1 out of 3 chance, or 33.33% chance of winning. And little fun fact, this is Oot's first time winning a video game book club. So again, Oot, congratulations, dude. Thank you very much.
Congrats, man.
Signalis. One of many. This is just the beginning. Signalis was developed by Rose Engine, published by Humble Games and Playism, and was originally released on October 27th, 2022 for PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. On Signalis' website, it reads, and by website, no, actually, yeah, it is their website. It reads, quote, a classic survival horror experience with a unique aesthetic, full of melancholic mystery. Explore a world with a dark secret, solve puzzles, fight off nightmarish creatures, and navigate through a dystopian, surreal world as Elster, a technician replica looking for a lost dream. Wow. Beautiful. But that's how the website describes the game. How would everyone here describe the game? And the order of presenting will be Oot, Tabumora, Nakuso, and last but not least, Soul Charizard. And please be advised, there may be spoilers ahead. In fact, there will be spoilers ahead. And with that said, let's get started. Question 1. Describe the game in 1 sentence. Take it away, Oot.
All right. How describe Signalis is a survival horror game set in a dystopian future combined with retro-inspired graphics, psychological storytelling, tense exploration as you control Esther, LSTR 5112, as she searches for a missing partner on a mysterious, abandoned space station.
Ooh, did you just drop the code numbers too of this Elster unit?
Yes.
Dang, what a gamer. All right. Thank you for providing a very good description, because now mine is absolutely terrible.
Sorry,
it's gonna one up me. Here's mine. So, how I would describe the game: Signalis is about a robot anime girl who loves the number 6 so much that she's playing a modded horror game of her own life with her sister that centers around the number 6. So, yeah, I'd probably go with Oots. His makes a lot more sense. What about you, Noxo?
For me, I have Signalis is a love letter to the horror game genre with influences from games like Resident Evil and Silent Hill. Ooh. It gives its own unique twists and turns with the unsettling sound design, bizarre story, and keeping a promise to someone special.
Oh, that's beautiful. Soul?
How about you, Soul?
Yeah, Soul, let's go.
Resident Evil Sci-Fi Lovecraftian Edition. Next.
Nice. Short but sweet. All right. Question 2. What platform did you play the game on? What difficulty did you play on? And how many hours did you Signalis? Take it away, Oot.
For me, I played it on Steam on my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
I just decided to go on normal. That's how I usually play all new games. Well, normal is the first one, and if I continue, go higher. But it took me 15 hours to complete my run.
How many hours?
And 15.
15, okay.
Oh, yeah, and now it's like you, Tubby.
Okay. I dedicate this following message to my good friend, Mr. McMahonmeat. I played this game, Mr. McMahonmeat, on my limited edition Legend of Zelda Tearing My Keyhole Nintendo Switch OLED in handheld mode for the first time. I've owned this system for over a year now, and it's the first time I played a game from beginning to end on the handheld mode. I hope you're proud of me, dude. Even Nakuso is actually the one who captured this footage, so that was the little trick there. Thank you, by the way, Nakuso, for helping me with that.
Yeah, no problem.
So this was beautiful. I completely forgot how it was playing a game in handheld mode. Like, it's amazing. I can play in handheld mode, and it leaves my other hand for like other activities. Like, wait, hold on, let me finish. Like eating and filling my notebook with notes. Because riddle me this, Batman, there's a lot of puzzles in this game. But yeah, played it on Switch, OLED edition. My total active playtime was 10 hours, 7 minutes, 57 seconds, and 64 milliseconds, according to that little screenshot at the very end that the game shows you. And I played it on whatever the normal difficulty was, whatever it was set to. But yeah, that was my playtime. What about you, Nakuso?
It took me 11 hours and 30 minutes to finish the game. And I initially played on survival, which was the hard difficulty. But over time, around quarter of the way through, I changed it to normal difficulty. And I played it on Steam using a PS5 controller for the first half and a Nintendo Switch Pro controller for the second half.
Ooh, okay.
How about you, Sol?
Let's see. I played on the Steam using controller, and it didn't look like they had any difficulty changes. And I took a look at my Steam library and how long I played it. I played it like about 13 and a half hours. Next.
Okay. So everybody's pretty close to each other then.
Yep.
All right. Question 3. Describe your play style towards the game. Mr. Oot, go ahead.
My playstyle was a mix of stealth and quickly running away from the enemies as soon as they spotted me and hiding in like a dark corner. that was basically like a rat until they caught me, and then I ran like a rat.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. That's about right.
That's how I played. How about you, W?
I mean, you nailed it right on the head. Strategy: run around with my head cut off like a chicken, get lost, open door, get hit by enemies standing too close to the door, get lost some more, just and repeat until I was able to solve a puzzle or get a key item. Then, once everything started clicking, I was able to progress. I tried to conserve ammo where I could, kill only what was needed, pretty much target enemies that are just annoying, that are always blocking your pathway, especially like the areas that have a lot of, areas that you would always be going to. I would always try to get rid of those first. And I did my best to not use any guides until the very end. Because by the very end, my brain was like, I was done. I whipped out a guide at the very end. Unfortunately, I'm not proud of the decisions I made. I apologize.
I did that.
Oh,
at the end. But it's because one puzzle actually is difficult.
Yeah. So on behalf of everyone here, I apologize for my my lack of gaming skills at this moment. I'm truly deeply sorry. It's my YouTube apology video. All right, what about you, Nakuso? How'd you play the game?
Actually, in the 90s, we always looked in.
I use tips and tricks.
I did. Okay. So this is an interesting experience with Signalis. Originally, I went to the game and I played it completely different from what the game really wanted me to do at the beginning. And that's where it's like probably for like a quarter of the way through the game, maybe a little bit more. At the start, I wanted to use I was curious because this is a survival horror game. And in the past, I guess for a while now, you get so much ammo in a lot of games. So this one was a bit different in terms of having to actually only carry a limited amount of stuff. Otherwise, you're going to be screwed collecting a lot of items on the way. So I eventually came to the conclusion that the game wanted me to play a certain way. And after I did that, I mostly carried like a handgun, a limited amount of ammo, only one stack, and pretty much kept the rest of my inventory left for items I had to pick up in the overworld. I explored as much as I could. I actually read a lot of the documents because I found the lore in this game pretty interesting compared to other games that have a lot of text. Also, the game uses some of the documents to have puzzle elements that you had to find out. So sometimes there's puzzles, sometimes there's not. So it's a clever way to get the player to actually read the lore to see if they can find anything. I quite like that. And then I would say once I found out that I was playing on hard mode, I was like, you know what? I don't want to do the like. Why am I getting killed in like 2 hits? Is it really that hard? And then I like realized, oh wait, I'm just playing on hard difficulty. And then I lowered it.
Dang.
And after that, all my ammo, all my thermos, all my stun rods that I kept in my chest or whatever, the box.
Mm-hmm.
I took them out sometimes just to take out the enemies, like you said, on the main pathway. Pretty much I did all of the puzzles besides a couple in the game I had to look up. One I had is just a hint, but the other one I actually had to look up because I was really stumped, and that was towards the end of the game. Other than that, yeah. I guess like unrelated, outside of the game, but also related to the game. I was so interested after beating this game, I went and looked at a video of the lore, and it's really complicated, but it's really cool. So,
oh, I bet.
Hats off to Rose Engine. How about you, Sol?
Let's see. I tried to wait. I tried to go through the enemies without wasting ammo and or health items, which was almost impossible. And I didn't even know that there was a difficulty changer according to Nakaso. So, I was like wondering, where are all the ammos and why am I getting less? Why am I so barren?
You're just that
Dang,
good.
did you play the whole game on survival?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Dang.
Oh, man,
Like,
what a
I
god.
I died like about a few times, but I was like, and I was like really, when I realized that the enemies can come back, I was like, oh crap. So they can come back. Get to know. So, I had to try to be careful with my stuff as much as possible, but knowing for the likes of me, I get a little bit too trigger happy sometimes. And I try not to run even when the enemies are dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like in the back of my head, I'm like saying, "You're gonna come back after me, aren't you?" After I come back to you. I know that.
The glowing red eyes on the ground.
Oh my god, at Broadfront, yes. That's you're staring at my soul. I know you want me dead. So I don't want to join you. I don't want to become whole. Thank you very much. Just like Tubby, there were some parts I had trouble finding out. And I think I did this. I think at the start I was like doing it late at night, and my brain was almost like SoulCharger.exe broken at that point. So sometimes I had to use the walkthrough, and sometimes I got lucky with it. And the same thing a bit with the moon puzzle, because it was a little bit hard to describe what I'm trying to go for in the moon phases. I know the moon phases. I was using the pictures. I actually wasn't trying to look up the walkthrough a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to use it once in a while just to make sure I got like the cross, like I can reference it if I got it correct sometimes, because sometimes it doesn't tell you.
Yeah,
so
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So, and I tried to read some of the logs, but knowing for like I played this like during my work week, so I don't have enough time, sadly. So I went through the logs as much as I could. So yeah, being in survival mode is hard.
I'm surprised you stuck with it. What a god!
I didn't even know. To be quite honest, when Nagaso brought up when you guys brought up the difficulty slider, or I think it was either Oot or Nagaso, I didn't even know there was a difficulty slider. I just went with it. I just went with what I got.
I don't even know. I'll take their word for it. I don't know.
Was there a difficulty adjuster, Nakaso?
Oh yeah.
How come I didn't see that in the beginning?
Because
that's in the beginning. That's where I saw it. That's where you selected like, hey,
I was playing. I felt like I was playing.
Beginning.
I felt like I was playing Dark Souls mode for some reason.
See, the one thing I didn't know is that you could change it mid-game. I did not know that.
Huh.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. Because I was like, man, is this game just really hard? But it starts you on the hardest. No, not the hard. What, is that a one? Well, it starts you on hard mode, and then you could just turn it to normal. It's just kind of interesting. It does that.
It's like nope. I'm not gonna hold your hand unless you change the difficulty slider. Maybe I will. I guess it didn't want. I guess not. Or something like that. Oh my god! I am surprised that I managed to get through that.
And Soul's humble.
because that game can be difficult. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
good job,
I'm
Soul.
surprised. I'm surprised. So in other words, I survived the game. I survived Signalis on probably the hardest mode in a survival game, and still lived.
Yeah, you're just that good. If you got it, you got it.
I had low ammo. I tried to conserve it.
oh
And-
yeah, me too.
Good.
And look where you
My
are
God.
now.
Wow. Good to know. All right, next.
All right. Question 4. What is one thing you like about the game and why? Take it away, Oot.
For me, it was the soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
Just the music that would be playing while you're going into certain rooms, like the piano room, or even just exploring throughout.
Mm-hmm.
It brought a sense of, anxiety
Mm-hmm.
and calmness where it was lighter. The sound effects, and the one thing that I got scared with a lot was going into the hacking rooms where it would be calm and then it would be immediate like tone shift. It really brought me into the world and made me feel as though like I'm in there and it is not safe at all. And I cannot be comfortable because no matter like if an enemy is dead, I don't know how long until he's gonna revive.
No, I'm with
And
you.
yeah, yeah. No, pretty much. It wasn't, but like towards the end when it was getting more emotional,
Mm-hmm.
I did get emotional at some points because just the music and the story of obviously Esther and then her partner going through it and you're seeing the flashbacks. It gets emotional. It got emotional for me at times. But yeah, that was for me. What about you, Tubby?
For me, one thing. Okay, one thing I really, really liked is just, I mean, the biggest thing for me was just the aesthetic and how they approached everything. When it came to the menus, all the cryptic coding and writing in the menus, just the entire setting, it felt unsettling. The game really made you feel like you were a robot that needed to be brought into a shop for maintenance, you know? You had like FM radio just slammed into your head and just just the way everything, the presentation is what I really, really enjoyed about this game. People don't really think about like UI and stuff, but I feel like that's a core component of this game to really sell the fact that you are an anime robot girl and stuck in this dystopian, scary space futuristic area. And they just did a great job with everything. I mean, you can see the inventory right now. Like you're working at like 144p resolution as you're just going through these menus. And
This is
the fact that you're going into combat too, and as you get hurt, it also affects how you're visually seeing things. It just adds all to that immersion, and that's what I really, really liked. What were you gonna say, Soul?
it's like playing Alien Isolation all over again.
Yeah, it really did. I got a lot of Alien Isolation vibes from this too, so it was really cool. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I think Knuckles has PTSD from it.
Yeah. I do.
Oh, I do. We'll talk about that.
We all do.
But what about you, Noxo?
So for me, I love that the puzzles were actually really challenging. They didn't hold your hand. You had to go out of your way to solve them yourself. There were clues in the game. Some were trial and error. Some were memory related. But I'm just glad that the game made these puzzles in creative ways like the UV, the antenna, the moon. There's like so many cool ways. The ones where you have to do some maths.
Oh
or
God.
others where you had to do the word scrambles.
Yep.
Like, I love those. Those were like just something that I'm glad they brought over from the classic games into more of a modern era. And just the way, like the sound design, like Oud was saying, with those puzzles too, kind of a uneasy feeling, really loud sometimes, really
Mhm.
disturbing sounding. They really nailed the authentic old school kind of sound bites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
Onto you, so.
Oh boy, I kind of like the way they use the signals for puzzles, or it's
Mhm.
like
The radio
when
signals.
yeah, especially like that one puzzle where you're trying to triangulate the certain signals, like to unlock the one of the boxes,
Mm-hmm.
or
Oh
it's like
yeah.
or like in nowhere when you go into that radio room, which I didn't even realize it at that time, because okay, I'll admit I got lucky with one of the door codes. So I didn't even know it was it didn't even cross my mind when I was like, oh, I have to use the signals to find out the shape of the puzzles of
Mhm.
these doors. So I was like, gotcha. I got lucky with 2 doors until
Dang,
that
what a
happened.
god. Survival and
I
doing the
got
puzzles
The
with your hands.
RNG.
Yeah.
I got lucky when I was like, ooh, what's this? And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, wow, I did not even know I unlocked that. It's like, oh,
Dang.
okay. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I like the use of radio frequencies to help certain puzzles or like doors to unlock. It's because it's like something you don't even expect in like any horror game sometimes, or that we know so far.
Yeah,
'Cause-
it was pretty unique. No, you're right.
Like how Silent Hill has that way of like when you use a radio signal, like the radio has that loud static if you're getting close to an enemy. This one helps you like also like triangulate a certain kinds of enemies like those corrupted colibris. Oh my god,
Yeah.
those guys are creepy. But yeah, and it's just I just love the whole radio frequencies about it. And it's like when you look into one of the papers like that shows the codes where you, like the frequencies of each I think what was that? Those wall safe chests. Those
Oh
wall
yeah,
safe.
with the tree, the sword, and the
Yes.
moon
Yes,
and
those guys.
stuff.
Yeah, that was a really nice touch. I love it.
Yeah.
Next.
And your brain just feels massive once you figure it out. And then everything just starts clicking and all the puzzles and the solutions lead to other solutions. And it's just like, that's like peak Signalis right there.
I gotta ask. Did anyone try keep their radio signals on when it filled in the enemy room? Did they actually get attracted to it aside from that colibri?
Hmm.
So
Uh,
that's something I was gonna ask. You can use your radio. I didn't use my radio. I turned it off because I was under the assumption that it would attract the enemy like the flashlight would.
mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
I
what
would
I'm
just turn it off. I would just turn it off until like it was needed during a puzzle or to open something.
Yeah.
But you could use it to like find which room those like hacking robots were.
Oh really?
Oh,
Those corrupted colibris, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I use them for.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
'Cause
that
as soon as
one I know, but it's like, can it attract? Can those signals? Can
like
those
normal
radio
enemies.
Yeah, because I'm like a flashlight when you go into those dark.
I just turned it off because I
I
was
just
under
turned it off.
assumption. Like
Yeah.
they
yeah,
would hear it.
yeah.
I guess everyone had that horror instinct. Like if you're in a horror situation, do not activate anything that will attract enemies.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Mhm.
Because we don't even know what kind of music they like either, so just didn't want to risk
What
it.
music they-
What kind of music do they even like? Do they even listen to music at all?
Exactly.
You play the wrong town, they're gonna run at you.
Hell yeah, dude. They're just boring. They don't like anything involving music, electronics. So
Well, according to one of the dead Colibri, they're seeing some sort of unity that's probably not good for her. So I'm like, ooh,
Maybe.
it's not something I wanna listen to.
I just assume they don't
Ooh,
like
bad
electronics.
music.
Bad music.
Dang. They're listening
one
to
of-
some bad
probably
music
one of
in
those-
that state.
Probably like one of those little crafty musics that it's like it sounds awesome or beautiful and all, but it sounds demonic or creepy. The more you get into it,
They don't like music with parental advisory labels on it.
Yeah.
probably that. But who knows?
Who knows? But yeah, let's move on to question 5. What is one thing you did not like And how would you improve it? How would you do it, Oot? What did you not like?
So the one main thing for me, it would be when you're going into your inventory.
Yep.
Inventory is fine. It's just that you would use. I think it just might have been me issue, a skill
No.
issue on my part.
Definitely not.
But no, yeah, okay. So obviously, I was on PC, and how you would navigate would be through. I believe it would be W and S to go up and down to the different like sections, and then I have to hit the mouse, click one thing, and then start moving. Like, was it Q and E? Just start messing with the radio, and then go with the mouse. I would lose the mouse cursor a lot for some reason. I don't. I think it might have just been the bright red, and I believe it was like a white for the cursor itself. But I was just having issues, especially during like fights where I had to constantly go into my inventory to reload my gun instantly instead of having to wait for it like in game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, I died a few times because I would think like, oh, I did this, but I didn't do that, and then I died. And then I'm like there, like adrenaline rushing, like no,
spamming the key, like come on,
like come on, damn it! Like why am I messing with the radio right now? Leave, go away.
That's interesting because I'm glad that you played on mouse and keyboard because I don't think we ran into that with controller.
No.
Yeah. I bet with controllers it's a lot easier. They're separated, but the same way you would like walk, it was just that for controlling the menu. I wish they would have another option. Obviously, if using that would be nice if you're like you just want to speed go through. I mean, you're not having issues like getting your fingers all twisted and such, but having an option just to let me bound my radio little menu to like T. Obviously, you can hit map for map, and then your inventory for I or something like that. Like having individually set that.
Oh, like quality of life changes.
Yeah. I think that would have been like a nice feature to have add. It gets used like that's more like common in games nowadays. But that would be for me. What about you guys?
Oh God, where do I start? Where do I go with this? You know, I'm gonna just build off what you were saying, Oot, because a lot of the issues that I have listed, and there's like 7, 8, maybe like 10 on here. A lot of it is quality of life stuff that this game is just heavily lacking. And I feel like this is the year where quality of life just appears to be lacking in many games. And Signalis I think is one of them. I'm going to specifically be focusing on inventory. Let's talk about inventory. Okay. I get it. I understand. Rule of 6, 6, 6, 6, 6 everything. You have too many items, lore, 6, only you're allowed 6 stuff. Cool. Why do they do this? They want to limit you. Why do they want to limit you? Because it's a survival horror game. Take only what you need, use only what you should use, whatever. Let's grab that, put it to the side. Tell me why in the world your rule of 6, your inventory slots are also being used for keys, trinkets, and puzzles. That makes absolutely no sense. You know how annoying it is when you're trying to do a puzzle? Like, it really hit me hard towards the end of the game when you had the tarot cards.
Yeah.
And you're trying to rearrange them to do the puzzle. Why do we have to pick up every single individual tarot card and then go through a menu to place it back down to another spot and just rinse and repeat? I don't understand why it was designed like that. I don't understand why they just don't have like a separate item slot for these puzzle items. These 1 million keys, these 1 million trinkets that you need. And it's just the pain in the butt that you have to like get, like if you hit max inventory, you have to go all the way back to your safe room, deposit whatever you have, and then you have to run all the way back to that room with all the puzzle items just to pick it up. It just makes no sense. It doesn't create a sense of anxiety or fear. it just creates a feeling of frustration and annoyance. And it's just like, why are we spending so much time on that when the easiest solution is just put those items in a different freaking pocket or something? You're a robot. You probably have like 100 pockets.
It'd be cool if you could get like an item like a keychain, so you could find the keychain and turn the keys in one slot.
Something like that, you know? It's just, it doesn't.
Because there are ways to make it still limited in inventory, but also to make it not as, I guess. Tedious.
I mean, I get it. It's like rule of 6, your gun, your ammo, sure. I think they're heading in a good direction with that stuff, but like these puzzle items also included, and the fact that there's like so many components to these puzzles and all these pieces, it's just a pain in the butt. Or like kind of like what you were when I was talking with you, Nakaso, just the ability to drop items if they really want to not mess with it. Just the ability to drop things.
On the ground. Dropping items, I had to destroy so many like
key items.
Yeah, or drop key items. It's just, it would have helped immensely, because I don't know about you, but I don't play survival horror games for the enjoyment of backtracking forever.
I honestly kind of like that kind of a challenge, really.
And that's fine. You can like that. Me, no.
Because I don't know, the way I see it is like because I think it's because of her frame. It's not. I don't think she's more made for like inventory wise, and also in a sense, I think it's also like how it goes with the people that are trying to go for. I don't know how this nation goes, but it's like if you carry too many things, it's going to cause too much issues in your life. So that's why they're trying to limit what you have to bring for your important task or important job that you want to go for.
Yeah.
Or like, and it's like you can't just keep. It's a risk. I feel like it's a risk and a reward kind of thing. You want these guns with you, but at the same time, if you carry these too many guns, how are you going to carry these key items?
Oh no, so I'm completely fine with that. This is what I'm saying: weapons, equipment, whatever. Rule of 6, I'm all for it. That's cool. 100 part key pieces, that random statue that you need like 3 parts to combine together to form it, put that in a different pocket. Like that's the part I'm talking about. I don't like that, like at all. Sure, you can talk about like, oh, it's part of the lore. Oh, it's embedded in how the game's designed. Oh, it's paying homage to the older horror style games. We're in 2024. There's a reason why it's like, games are supposed to be evolving, and I think, and I'll talk about it in the next question. There are many, many ways they can still pay homage to the older style horror games while still implementing the quality of life things that have made these horror games better over time. And I just think this is a missed opportunity with this whole inventory thing. I get it. I get what they're trying to do. Some people can defend it. For me personally, I don't like fumbling around with inventory, and just especially when it comes to the puzzle items, the equipment, the weapons, the gear. I get it. That part I'm cool with. I don't like having to freaking open up my pockets and go back into my inventory box just to get 3 pieces of a statue and combine it together to put it in the wrong slot, and then I have to pick it up again and then just unassemble it. It's just a pain in the butt. It's annoying. That's my thing. In conclusion, TLDR, grab your freaking your keys, your trinkets, put it in a different bag, and keep the rule of 6. I'll take that. What about you, Noxo?
So for me, I would just say the tediousness in the game, even compared to the 90s or earlier 2000 horror titles. Like, as someone who has played the old games multiple times, this isn't just nostalgia. And also Metroidvanias, there was way too much backtracking. And it just made it worse because there were so many keys to unlock. That leads to another key. And then that leads to another key.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole library section that leads to like multiple keys. And then there's like the hummingbird key, the ego key that leads to the post key.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no.
The water key, the earth key, the fire key.
Oh, then there was the plates, and then the first key cards, and then the tarot cards. There was just so many Keys.
Keys.
So many. Like I love the puzzles, but like collecting the keys, like there's so many ways. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay. All right, back. Okay, we're gonna go back. And like Toby said, the rule of 6, I understand it. It's repeated, 3 times. 3 plus 3 is 6. But it's something I don't enjoy anymore. Like, especially when it comes to inventory system. Like this rule of 6, I love that idea. Other ways it kind of limit it. They could just have you only carry one weapon in general. They could also had it so for healing items or the prod or the thermal, those could be in a separate inventory, so you still have to worry about it. There's like a lot of different ways they could have handled that. But not only that, for me, it's just things like when you're patrolling, going into a door after being chased by an enemy, you have to wait 10 seconds for the enemy to go out. And it says when you're trying to backtrack back and forth, solving a puzzle, running through enemies, going into a door, waiting 10 seconds multiple times over the course of a session, like an hour, can add up to like 10 minutes. Well, not 10 minutes, okay, like 5 minutes of just doing that alone. I think you had the enemy contact damage you have to worry about, which I understand there's a virus. Doesn't mean I still like it. And then also not being able to restart a boss fight as an option after you die. This right then and there. It's just things
you have to reboot your memory module.
Oh yeah.
No, it makes sense. Like, I understand it.
No, I know.
I completely understand it, and I know, and the whole lore is like, it's awesome, but sometimes it can just be a detriment, in my opinion, to how a game is structured. And there's just other ways it could go about it. Like restarting could also just be restarting from yourself, like rebooting from that area. It doesn't mean it has to take away from what's being portrayed, story wise. So like, there's a charm to this game. I'm glad that they're faithful to the older games, but sometimes it's just like, it made me realize that I just don't enjoy that anymore from the old, like, classic games. And I just feel like the way they kind of handled it was a little bit over the top for some areas of the game. Like the inventory and the collecting and the backtracking was just a little bit too much for me personally. Like every time I got to a certain section and I seen a key I had to pick up, I sighed and moved on. When I seen that after the first time in the game where you go through the 6 doors, we collect the 6 key cards. I was like, oh, that was awesome. No, that's the second one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
The first time you do this key cards, then the second time is or is it the first time it's the avatar?
Yeah,
maybe it is
the elements.
The second time is the plate. It's the plate. Sorry. Okay, I was like, oh man, all right, they use it again. And then when I seen it the third time, I was like, there's no way they did it 3 times. It just feel like game padding just to get, like, I just really wish there were more puzzles and different enemy variations too. It's just a lot of things that added up for me, but that's enough of me. What about you, So? What was your big pet peeve with the game?
Yeah. Well, I got 2. The second one, I think Nakaso told me about a little bit more. But one of these 2 is, let's see, what should I pick? I feel like the use of the radio is not. I feel like it should be used a bit more for certain scenarios, a little bit, especially like when you're at the map nowhere, or in that place, in that crazy Silent Hill like world.
Where you lose your map.
Yeah.
Yes, because that place is confusing. I was wishing we can use the radio receiver, like, to at least get our.
That would have been cool. That would have been really cool, actually.
Yeah, and that could actually be like it could be like a really good gamble here and there. Like, say for example, you're going to the right place, but when you go into the next room, it's filled with enemies, and you're low on health items, low on ammunition. It's like, good lord, do I really have to go through here? I mean, you can sneak your way through it, but at that moment when you find that door, you end up going to the wrong place because you're scared of using your transceiver. And it's like, I'm back here again. Crap. And it's one of those things like you need to use that radio transceiver to see where you're going to at least a nearby save point, and hope to God that there is a save point in that next corner. And it would go with you know that Cadence Hyrule when you're going to that Lost Woods and you get that tingle detector thing.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like that's a really good risk and reward, like trying to find that music sound that you always hear at the start of Signalis. So just like as a way to get yourself in there, or it's like the song of the save room.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
that's a super cool idea. I never thought about that.
Yeah, if they were going to if they're going to be using signals or the radio receivers a lot, like how they did it for facing off trying to find out which one's the real corrupted KLBRs.
Mm-hmm.
That they should probably do the same. They should probably make something out for
navigation.
Yes,
that would have been really cool actually for that area.
I know they did it for for finding those. I did a little look into the endings and like how to get that relic ending where you had to. Apparently, it requires a signal radio frequency for certain rooms and chapters. So, yeah, this would be really. I wish they would use more on the signal because they got something going. It's like if they're like following like a little bit on the Silent Hill radio stuff here and there, they should use more on that as a way as a risk and reward, or it's like if you're not too if you're too challenging and you don't want to use it in a way, or it's like one of those nearly impossible places you can't just guess your way out of it. You need that radio receiver. Even if you go in the right way, it requires that radio signal.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I like that.
Yeah, so that would be a fun one. I mean, the other one would be the button for me melee, but that's just that's not too much of an issue at that point.
I wrote that too. Like a melee to push them away.
Yes.
You can push them away.
Oh, yeah. I know that, but it's
okay.
I know that, but it's just like tedious, just like to aim and just like as they get closer, you just shove
like a
away.
dedicated button.
Yeah, like how Dead Space has it, but that's just that's a topic, of course, if and or when we ever do go back to it.
Okay.
But aside from that, next.
All right. Question 6. What is your final verdict and final rating from 0 to 10 using a 0.5 scale? Take it home, Oot.
So, my overall experience is that Signalis is a game that deserves all the praise that it gets online. And it should be a part of everyone's library. You should at least experience it.
Yes.
It doesn't tell you the story directly, but you experience it while you're going through the world and find the secrets that it has to offer. This game is confusing, frustrating, and at times made me tear up a little bit. But it's a wonderful experience that brought a sense of sadness when the story finally ended and the real credits ran through my screen. For me, I would give Signalis a 9.5 out of 10.
Let's go.
And what about you, Tubby?
So, Signalis. This is a very confusing game for me. I've spoken with a couple of friends and some of my fellow VGBC members sitting here at the dinner table with me tonight. And I'm not going to lie, I am not sure how to feel about this game. Like, I understand and I appreciate what this game is doing and what it's trying to do, which is, paying homage to classic horror games of the late 90s, early 2000 eras. You can see it with the aesthetics, the game mechanics, the whole overall experience. But a part of me feels like, kind of like what Noxo said, if part of me feels like that it kind of does this to a fault. Like, again, the whole rule of 6 thing, that's cool conceptually. It makes sense. the whole limited inventory. I understand why they're doing it, but at the same time, it's just I can't get over the fact that they applied that rule of 6 to your items for puzzles. Like, why would you do that? It doesn't add to anything. It's just it sucks because there's so many like great things about this game, like the story, the environment, the whole setting, and just the entire game. Even with the score I'm about to drop here, I still think everyone should try it just because of how like unique it is. Because I haven't really quite experienced anything like this and like in this style in this sense. But it's just like I don't know. I wish the game would stay true to that old era of horror games, but I still firmly believe that it needs to implement these quality of life features that have improved horror games throughout the years. You know, it's okay if you want to try and honor games of the past, but you should still recognize and understand how those style of games have evolved to the present day and how they should evolve, going forward. Because evolution of games, that's how we keep pushing the boundaries. And I think that there are so many missed opportunities with this game. I don't need to list it all again because we've already spoken about it in the previous question. And yeah, that is the reason why I am giving Signalis, because he loved this number a lot, a 6 out of 10. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not that evil. I'm giving it a 7, actually. No. The game is good. The game is good.
Meat mode.
No. It's still a solid game, you guys. I'm giving it a 7. I still think, despite its flaws, I respect the game for what it's doing. I like the direction it's heading. There's some things that I don't know. Doing VGBC, how many times now? 72 times. It's like the quality of life stuff. It may seem like it's not that big of a deal, but when you're doing repeated actions over and over and over, like you will do in this game, it makes a big difference in the long run. So that's really my thing. Again, quality of life is the biggest thing for me for this game. But yeah, 7 out of 10. What about you, Noxo?
Okay. So this was also a weird game for me. Because even though I played through the game, I had a lot of frustrations with the game. And honestly, I would not play this game again. I will say that I can see the love and care put into this game. Like the puzzles, the sound design, the graphics, the characters themselves, the world building is some of the best I've seen in a while, especially coming from an indie game as well. I think that Rose Engine really made me conflicted. So I'm glad that they have like the non-hand holding. It's awesome. The puzzles, going around, the feeling of dread, saving your game, and getting whiplash. I love it. The atmosphere, the first person sections, the creepiness. It doesn't rely on jump scares. It does a lot of things that a lot of modern horror games sometimes do. And they have jump scares all over the place. This one barely ever does that. And it does everything with tact. But when it comes to the gameplay for me, it was just something I felt was boring. Like going around, collecting keys, other things to unlock areas to an extreme degree. The enemies responding, which wasn't that bad later on in the game. And I understand why. I mean, it would have been awesome if we were able to shoot different parts of the body. And if you were rewarded for like shooting a head or something, they wouldn't come back, or shooting a limb to slow them down. So if you do patrol through, things like contact damage, just little arbitrary tasks that the game wants you to do. I love the theming, using the signals, going around, getting lost. Even the part in nowhere where there was no map, and I was like, oh man, this is going to be a pain. And it was a pain, but I did figure it out, and I was like, okay, it's actually not that bad. And it did make me appreciate that the game went back to the classic era, and even to a fault, they stuck with what they wanted to do and their vision for Signalis. And I respect that. Even if it does have some quality of life changes that I would love to see. Some other things changed about the gameplay. I'm still going to give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Ooh.
And that is with a recommendation that you should play the game. Because you may, like Oot, find a really high score and find something that you really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I have it at this score because I still understand, the developer and where they were coming from. But it's also personally what I don't enjoy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Amen.
How about you?
Well, I like the cosmic horror feeling to this game. I think there is a certain mixed feelings about this, but I'm sorry to the developers, but I'm ever seeing those same faces and uncertain. It's not the replica. It's not those replicas that I'm talking about. It's the actual people on the medical records of their headshots.
Mm-hmm.
They just feel all the same all of a sudden. It's like I'm not sure if that's part of it, but I could.
Oh yeah,
again,
it's part of the game. It's part of the lore.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but
It's like it's
all
a
the
dream
same
state.
model.
yeah. Oh, I know that. I know this. I know the replicas are robots, and they have that same look. And I think it's because of the product, the production cost and stuff, or something like that. I didn't
Oh
look
no,
into-
no, it's if you look at that video, they talk about it,
Yeah,
and it's
I'll look
also
into it.
it's also in the game. It's like a
Wait, is
this
it? Is
dream.
it?
It's like
is
two
it-
dreams happening at the same time.
Oh, is this like part of the? Is this in the? Well, let's talk about also the people, like actual people as well. Why they look like
Yeah, it
the same.
does.
Well, actually.
It does. It does bring
Yeah.
it up. Actually,
Actually.
I was also thinking like the Genshin Impact like feeling to it, but I guess it kind of caught me off guard. But aside from that, I wish there was a bit more use of the signals, because using the signals only for like opening stuff, it does get a little bit repetitiveness
Mm-hmm.
into it. But or it's like finding the actual source of the enemy when it was like deploying the illusions. Yeah, I like it, and I can't believe I survived on the hardest difficulty with the lowest ammo still or resources. I enjoy this game for what it is, but I wish there was a bit more to use on the receivers, radio receivers.
Mm-hmm.
If the game is called Signalis, they should implement more on using the radio signals.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at you, Nowhere Map, still the same.
Dang, called out.
Because I keep getting lost a little bit here and there. But aside from that, I'm going to give this game also a 75 kilohertz out of 100 kilohertz, which is 7.5 out of 10.
Dang. All right. So, with that said, here's the final score breakdown. Oot gave the game a 9.5. Tubumora gave it a 7. Nakuso gave it a 7.5. And Soul Charizard gave it a 7.5. So, calculating it all out, Signalis gets our final average rating of 78.75%, or 31.5 out of 40. But you know what? Enough of that. Oot, my good sir, do you know what time it is?
Yes, I do.
What time is it, Oot?
It's time. It's time for the wheel.
Wait, what?
I think we're skipping way too far ahead.
I think you may have skipped. Try one more time. Try one more time. Oot, do you know what time it is? And hint, it's not the wheel. It's not the wheel.
The wheel? Oh no.
The wheel is later.
My notes are mixed up. My wheel, it's mixed up. Wait. Oh, it's bonus mystery.
There you go. Good job, Oot. I knew you had it in you.
Why is wheel above this?
I don't
need
know.
to fix my notes.
As Oot said, bonus mystery question time. So here's the question. Following Signalis' rule of 6, if there were only 6 items that you could ever own or hold on to for the rest of your life, what would they be and why? What about you, Oot? What is your rule of 6? Tell us your 6 items.
My rule 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so mine will also be phone for emergencies, a pocket knife, just for protection,
Okay.
a screwdriver with many bits, because Lord knows I'm always using a screwdriver in any situation possible.
Oh my god.
For real, like I have a screwdriver like always with me.
Screwdriver, a pocket knife. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask why you have a screwdriver with you all the time?
Because he has many
'Cause
bits.
Yeah, for many bits.
Oh my god.
You can't have the many bits without the screwdriver. It
That's
just wouldn't
true.
work.
That's true.
Laptop, obviously,
Okay.
for work and then for gaming. An empty 7-Eleven Big Gulp cup so I can refill it wherever I go.
That's smart. Okay. Water.
And then
That's
and then an alligator grabber because I do not want to stand up and I just want to go grab it and see the little alligator mouth go gum.
That's the laziest way of getting things, but it's also the really good way to use it.
I love the practicality.
Especially if it's like in the really narrow, like really hard to reach places. Oh my god, that's actually perfect for it.
Yeah, alligator grabber. It always gotta have it. It has to have the alligator face too.
Okay.
It cannot be a normal like a one that's practical. It needs the alligator mouth.
Fair enough.
But
I like that.
but those are mine. What about you, Toby?
Wait, that was 6? Those 6
Yeah,
items?
that was 6.
Oh.
Yeah, 6.
You do one. Then do a fast recap one more time.
Phone, pocket knife, screwdriver, laptop, empty 7-Eleven Big Gulp cup, alligator grabber.
You're 7-Eleven.
Big Gulp cup?
Yeah, big. You gotta have that. Yeah, you need Big Gulp cup.
Specifically, the brand Big Gulp 7-Eleven.
Where are you gonna need that for? Anyways,
dude, the question. No, dude's right. These are 6 items these are the only items you will ever be able to hold on to or own. So Big Gulp is important.
That in gas stations that have that has like a drink station for it.
I mean, he doesn't have to fill it with a icy or slushy. He can put whatever he wants in there.
I know, but I'm saying, yeah,
the cashier won't like it, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And I got pocket knife. It comes in.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
No. He's gonna tell me you cannot use the Big Gulp cup for the slushy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You got to use a slushy cup.
It's like, no, I'm using my Big Gulp cup. I'm just wondering, your laptop is gonna die, dude. You don't have a charger to go with that.
I got it for 4 hours and then it's worthless.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Make those 4 hours count.
I was thinking cable included, but I guess not.
Oh my god. Oh jeez. All right. Okay. For mine. So mine, I decided I could go with like really powerful stuff. But I went for some very real world items that I would rely on every day. So I'm going for practical usage. And I'm going under the assumption that this is all I ever get to carry on me at any moment. So number 1, I like Oot's Big Gulp idea. So an infinite 64-ounce water bottle. Pop the cap, chug and glug that thing. Once the cap closes, it auto refills itself. So water, important.
I went real world items.
Yeah, this is real.
Wait. Oh my god! Why they go? I don't know. I feel like I'm the only. I'm scared I'm the only serious one out of everyone.
Dude, what are you talking about? This is super serious. I need hydration. Humans can only survive for 6 minutes without water.
Man, that's amazing because you can avoid movie theater prices,
right?
Just pulling out your drink.
Mm-hmm. And it's infinite. The moment you close that cap, it refills itself. So number 1
refills.
See, we're thinking survival here. Water, Big Chug Glug 7-Eleven. It makes sense. So number 1, infinite 64-ounce water bottle. Number 2, the infinity sandwich. Sandwich made with Hawaiian bread, freshly cut meat, maybe tenderloin, I don't know yet. Cheese, milk from the cow goddess udder, lettuce, ripped from someone's backyard. I don't know. We're getting fresh ingredients in this infinity sandwich. Every time I take a bite, and then once I snap my finger and I'm done, it fixes itself. Always fresh. So food and water, very important. Number 3, Samsung Galaxy smartphone that automatically upgrades and evolves with each generation. Always at 100% battery life.
God.
Hey, a lifetime is a long time. Samsung specifically, because I don't know how to use iOS.
It's so easy.
So we need that smartphone. A lifetime is a long time, and I want to make sure I have entertainment.
Jeez.
Number 4, shout out to Kingdom Hearts, a miniature Keyblade. Unlocks everything I set my mind to.
Okay, I thought you were just gonna be just the miniature Keyblade.
No, I mean, it's a miniature Keyblade. You know, it unlocks, as if I can think about it, it will unlock my car, my house, maybe other people's car, other people's houses. You know, felonies are optional with this miniature Keyblade, but you know, they're not required. So yeah, miniature Keyblade. And number 5, I was like thinking about it. Shoot, what about clothes? So a tiny portable robot that has every style of clothing imaginable. Snap my fingers, think of what I want to wear. It dresses me in 2.7 seconds specifically. So you just never know. You need clothing, dude. We need clothing because you don't want to be wearing the same items.
Wait, does that mean I'm just wearing basically the same clothes until until they like disintegrate out my body?
Well, I'm not a monster, dude. I would let you use my tiny portable robot. Don't worry, it'll dress you too. Oh, don't worry, I got you. As long as you share that 7-Eleven.
The big gulp.
Big gulp.
I'll try it because you can only drink water, so you can't have soda.
Yeah, I can only drink water. Yeah, so I'm relying on you for the second part.
Jeez.
And this is my last item, my 6th item. I thought about it. I need a toothbrush. Never fades away or wears away, and it will always have some toothpaste on it too. Some ADA, American Dental Association, a certified toothpaste. Dental hygiene is important.
That's one way to keep the dentist away, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is it like a fresh, like squeezed piece of toothpaste, or is it just toothpaste from the last?
It's fresh.
Time you brushed it?
It's fresh every time. So those are my 6. Infinite water bottle, infinite sandwich, smartphone that's always at 100%, miniature Keyblade, tiny portable clothing robot, and a toothbrush that never fades. Always has fresh toothpaste. Amen. What about you, Nakaso?
I know this is going to seem like is a tech from Tubby, but I actually have 3 things related to what Tubby said. Fact check me in the VGBC document. So 1, I have a key that unlocks Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my god.
The Keyblade? The freaking Keyblade?
No, he said
No. I just have a key that unlocks Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, a key.
You have to think of Signalis. Then, after unlocking Kingdom Hearts, I get a Keyblade. So that's my second one. So now I have 2 key-related items. And then, hold on. Let me cook. This goes into the 3rd item I have, and that's One Piece. What is it? What is One Piece?
Oh, no.
Come back after One Piece is over, and that's what I have. And then the 4th item is an ever-changing sandwich. It's a sandwich that I have forever. It changes every time I finish it.
What the? Hey, your sandwich sounds better. I want your sandwich. Want to trade?
No.
You told your infinity sandwich, Tubby. You stick with it.
I didn't even think about changing the sandwich every time I finish.
Yeah,
that's 40 chests right there. That's like, You're really thinking above and beyond with that one.
Yeah, I was thinking hard, and then I have an unlimited charging phone. That's always at 100%.
Oh my god! See, Noxa knows what's up.
Yep. Because I mean, come on, emergencies, never having to charge, having brain rot 24/7. That's amazing, right?
Oh yeah.
And the final one actually links back to an earlier VGBC, and I have the Infinity Gauntlet. So if you remember,
my god!
from year 1 of VGBC, during a bonus mystery question, I actually snapped away a question.
He did,
and this is my origin story.
What the?
So all connects back to that year 1. I think it was Night Call.
I think you're right. I think it might be Nightcall.
But regardless, I have an Infinity Gauntlet. So now I can have actually anything I want. So I can have clothes. I got that. So my clothes don't disintegrate like oots. I can have I could have Tubby's Infinity Sandwich. And also I can give Tubby an ever changing sandwich since now I have a gauntlet.
Yep. And I got you. I'll share my water bottle.
What's the point of having the rule 6 at this point?
What are you talking about?
About?
There's still 6 items.
They're overpowered items, but there's 6 items.
Yeah.
Nuxel seems fair. This isn't too broken.
No, I'm not on a power trip.
Remember, he just said the Infinity Gauntlet. He never said like if they had the gems or not.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. See. So
6 items: Infinity Gauntlet,
okay,
phone unlimited,
mm-hmm.
an ever-changing sandwich,
beautiful,
a key that unlocks Kingdom Hearts,
spectacular,
a Keyblade, and One Piece, whatever that is.
Whatever that is. Find out in 5 years or so.
How about you, So?
My God, you guys went
We went for practicality.
practicality mode. Yeah, for sure.
Food, water, clothes.
It says it here. If there were only 6 items that you could ever hold,
Or
it doesn't say real life.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, I can't believe it. Why? I was going for almost game. I was going for freaking game wise. Oh my Lord.
So what? You have like a pistol in there or something, or a shotgun?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's unlucky,
God.
dude.
Well, I didn't think about that for some freaking reason.
So I got to read the question. I said following Signalis' rule of 6, and I said of your life. These are the 6 items you could ever own for your own life, for the rest of your life.
I guess I have to own up to what I said then.
Yep.
Still. Well, I guess there's if there was ever a chance in real life, like in survival, like apocalypse or zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
Excluding like armor, because I'm probably just gonna go light, maybe. I'm more of a. I feel like I'd be light and agile in a way, because the way I've been playing in my other previous games, like Armored Core. But here's the 6 things I'd bring, like equipment wise,
for the rest of your life,
for weapon, for combat.
Okay.
So a 10mm handgun. Did this to myself. All right.
Okay.
Revolver, probably like a 357.
Okay.
A flare gun. Following the signal weapon design,
Mm-hmm.
that fires both explosive rounds and the flare shot, and a submachine gun. A stun baton that doesn't actually is not disposable, or thermite flare.
Game.
Yep.
Okay.
And a shotgun for last case scenarios if they ever get close to me. I need my personal space, man. I need my personal space.
All right, riddle me this, Signalis. What about the ammo? You didn't talk about ammo.
I
for
said
these weapons.
if it wasn't a thing, if it wasn't part of it.
Okay.
So I could probably get those on my with the ammo pouches. If it
No.
was a separate.
That's the quality of life.
That's the quality of life
Yeah,
change.
the ammo pouch.
No ammo pouch for you.
That's true. Well, just gotta be careful with my shots then.
Making shot count.
It's a good thing I brought a stun baton then, at least.
Yeah.
So I'm very glad you said a stun baton that never that's not disposable.
That's not disposable. Probably get the Japanese or German made. Those are really good ones.
The rest of your weapons, though, make sure you count those shots carefully.
Careful with. Yeah.
Don't worry. Soul, it's okay. We all between the four of us, we can help you with the food and the water part.
I just feel stupid at this point.
No, you're okay because Oot has a laptop that lasts 3 hours, so you can use his laptop.
How is that gonna work? How am I supposed to? Oh yes, let me borrow your laptop. Oot. I need to go to Amazon and buy like a 10mm ammo for my Mac and the magazine, so I don't have to waste it or find a freaking empty ammo store.
You know what's sad?
I'll be like, what?
It's sad because even if you let's say you ran out of ammo and you decide to order off Amazon using Oot's 3-hour laptop, and you get that ammo, you still can't pick it up because, again, rule of 6, you're stuck with your 6 items.
Only problem is, Oot's laptop is only 3 hours. How am I? He didn't bring a freaking charge cable or anything. Just a freaking laptop that only lasted 3 hours. How do you want me to freaking?
It's because he needed room for his screwdriver. He has many bits in his life. Why is it only 3 hours? It's a power laptop.
I'll probably just...
Can I change to a solar power laptop?
Nope, sorry, Oot. You're done, dude.
You stick with what you get, man. You screwed us over.
All 3 hours, I'm gonna be searching. How do I charge laptop? How do I get laptop wirelessly charged?
Especially in an apocalyptic world, you just you search for any active power socket with a freaking laptop.
Listen, you just need to talk with Noxo. He has a gauntlet that may or may not have the gems in it, and he has One Piece, whatever that is.
Oh, actually, no, I don't have it yet. Remember, I have to go to Kingdom Hearts because remember, Disney is part of.
Oh shoot, you're right.
It's part of Marvel now.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Marvel is part of Disney, so I don't have it yet. So that thing in the past hasn't happened.
Dang. Oh well. But that was fun. Yeah. Thank you guys for participating in the Signalis Rule of 6. Anyways, that concludes this episode of Video Game Book Club. Thank you for tuning in. And if you'd like to join the Video Game Book Club Discord and play and discuss video games alongside us and the community, the link will be in the description box below. With that said, take care, have a good one, and we'll catch you in the next episode of Video Game Book Club. Say goodbye, everyone.
See ya.
Bye. Take care.